Hello everyone and welcome back to our medical education channel. Today we'll explore three vital components of the circulatory system: arteries, veins and capillaries. We'll look at their structure, their unique features and the crucial roles they play in keeping our blood flowing. Let's start with arteries. Arteries are the strong and resilient blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart. They have thick, muscular and elastic walls that allow them to withstand high pressure from the pumping heart. Arteries are made up of three layers: the tunica intima, which is the smooth inner lining, the tunica media, a middle layer of smooth muscle and elastic fibers that lets arteries expand and contract, and the tunica externa, the outer connective tissue layer that gives support and strength. Most arteries carry oxygenated blood except for the pulmonary arteries, which carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. The elastic recoil of artery walls also helps maintain blood flow even when the heart relaxes. Arteries are classified depending on the size of their lumen into large arteries such as aorta, medium-sized arteries like coronary artery, then arterioles and metarterioles. Arterioles are the smallest branches of arteries. You can think of them as the final highways before blood enters the tiny roads of the capillary network. Their muscular walls are made of smooth muscle, which allows them to squeeze tight or relax and open wider. By doing this, arterioles control how much blood flows into tissues and also play a big role in regulating blood pressure. That's why they are often called as resistance vessels, because most of the resistance to blood flow happens right here. Now, between arterioles and capillaries, we find the metarterioles. Think of them as short connecting roads that can either send blood into the capillary beds or allow it to bypass some of them. This makes them important in directing traffic within the microcirculation. They make sure blood is sent to where it is needed the most. Now let's move on to veins. Veins are different from arteries because they work under low pressure. Their walls are thinner and their lumen or inner space is wider to hold more blood. A special feature of veins is that they contain valves. These valves prevent blood from flowing backward and ensures it moves in one direction, back to the heart. Most veins carry deoxygenated blood except for the pulmonary veins, which bring oxygenated blood from the lungs back to the heart. Veins also act as blood reservoirs since they can stretch and hold large amounts of blood when needed. Next, we have the capillaries, the smallest and most numerous blood vessels in the body. Capillaries are only one cell thick, made entirely of endothelium, which makes them perfect for exchange. These tiny vessels form networks called capillary beds, where they connect arterioles to venules. Here, the real magic of circulation happens. Oxygen and nutrients diffuse from the blood into tissues. Waste products and carbon dioxide move from the tissues back into the blood. This thin and simple structure allows capillaries to serve as the exchange stations of the body. Precapillary sphincters. At the entrance of each capillary, we have tiny muscle rings called precapillary sphincters. Imagine these as gates. When they are open, blood flows into the capillaries. When they close, the flow is restricted. By opening and closing, they control which tissues get more blood and when they get it. For example, during exercise, they open wide in the muscles to meet the higher oxygen demand, while in other less active tissues, they may stay more closed. So, together arterioles, metarterioles and precapillary sphincters act like a finely tuned traffic system. They make sure blood pressure is maintained and that blood flow is directed efficiently to the parts of the body that need it most. Not all capillaries are the same. They come in three main types: continuous, fenestrated and sinusoidal, each designed for specific roles in different organs. First, we have continuous capillaries. These are the most common, found in places like muscles, skin, lungs and the brain. Their walls are made of tightly joined endothelial cells that form a smooth continuous lining. This means only water, gases and very small solutes can pass through, but proteins and cells are blocked. They provide very controlled exchange, and in the brain this feature is extra important because it forms the blood-brain barrier, protecting the brain from harmful substances. Next are fenestrated capillaries. These are a bit different because their lining has tiny pores or windows called fenestrations. You will find them in organs like the kidneys, intestines and endocrine glands, places where materials need to move in and out quickly. Thanks to these pores, they allow faster exchange of fluids and larger molecules. They are perfectly designed for processes like filtration, absorption and hormone release. Finally, we have sinusoidal capillaries, also called discontinuous capillaries. These are found in the liver, spleen and bone marrow. Here the endothelial cells have large gaps and even an incomplete basement membrane. This makes them the leakiest type of capillary, allowing not just fluids but also proteins, large molecules and even blood cells to pass through. They play a key role in filtering, cleaning and processing blood contents. So to sum up, continuous capillaries are about tight control, fenestrated capillaries are about quick exchange and sinusoidal capillaries are about big molecule transfer. Together, these specialized capillaries make sure that every organ gets exactly the kind of blood exchange it needs. To wrap up, arteries have thick elastic walls, carry blood away from the heart and withstand high pressure. Veins have thinner walls, contain valves, carry blood back to the heart and serve as reservoirs. Capillaries are just one cell thick and they enable the crucial exchange of gases, nutrients and wastes between blood and tissues. Together, arteries, veins and capillaries form a complete network that keeps our body supplied with oxygen and nutrients while removing waste. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more clear and concise medical education videos.